Look at this. We load images, resize them perfectly, rotate them, and even build a simple slideshow, all inside a WinForms app with just a few lines of code. Hey everyone, welcome back to part 15 of our C# and WinForms 2026 series. So far, we've explored controls, dialogues, sliders, progress bars, and multi-page forms. Today, we're stepping into visuals, working with PictureBox and image manipulation to make your apps look modern and dynamic. Let's start simple. Drag a PictureBox onto your form. This control is designed specifically to display images. Now the most important property here is SizeMode. Set it to zoom. This keeps the image ratio correct and looks the most professional. You also have options like stretch image, center image, and auto size, but zoom is your go-to in most cases. Now let's load an image using code. That's it. One line of code, and your image is displayed. But let's make this more interesting. Sometimes you don't want to stretch an image, you want full control. Here's how you resize it manually. This creates a new resized version of the image. Perfect if you're building thumbnails, previews, or galleries. Always control the size yourself instead of relying only on stretch image. It keeps quality much better. Now let's do something cool, manipulate the image. Instant rotation. Super simple. Dynamic image switching, perfect for galleries or slideshows. Now you've got a basic image gallery with a next button. Enable the timer. And boom, automatic slideshow. Here's something beginners often miss: memory management. If you keep loading images without cleaning up, your app will slow down or crash. Always do this. This prevents memory leaks and keeps your app running smoothly. Use zoom for best visuals. Dispose images when reloading. Use timer for slideshows. And always organize your image paths or use project resources later on. Before we wrap up, let me show you something super important, and honestly, this is how professionals handle images in WinForms. So far, we've been loading images from file paths. That works. But it has a big problem. If the image is missing, moved, or the app is shared with someone else, it breaks. That's where project resources come in. Alright, let's quickly go step by step and add an image as a resource in our NET 10 WinForms project using Visual Studio 2026. First, go to your Solution Explorer. Right-click on your project, not the solution, the project itself. Then click on Properties. This opens your project settings. Now at the top, switch to the Resources tab. If this is your first time opening it, Visual Studio might ask you to create a resource file. Just click Yes. Now you'll see an empty resource table. At the top, click on Add Resource. And choose Add Existing File. Select your image, for example a PNG or JPG, and click Open. And that's it. Your image is now embedded directly into your application. Now instead of using file paths, you can do this. And that's it. No file paths. No missing files. Everything is bundled into your app. Your app becomes portable, you can send the exe and it just works. No dependency on external folders or file paths. Faster loading, because the image is already compiled into your app. And your code looks much cleaner. One thing to keep in mind, resources are great for static images like icons, logos, or UI graphics. If you're building something like a photo viewer where users load their own images, then file loading is still the right approach. So use resources for UI elements like icons and buttons. And use file loading for dynamic content like user images or galleries. That way you get the best of both worlds. Now you're not just loading images. You're doing it the professional way. Awesome. You now know how to display images, resize them, rotate them, and even build a dynamic slideshow. This is where your apps start to feel alive and modern. If this video helped you, hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications to follow the full series. And if you want more cool WinForms tricks like this, check out the playlist on my channel. Thanks for watching. And I'll see you in part 16.